Now, the second part of the part A of scenario one is saying whether the report addresses company objectives and the report presentations. Report presentation, 14 marks we will get for this. So company information, well, we get here and then move on. Performance reporting, as we can see, uh, again, as you can see over here, let me change my color over here. Yeah. The VC has a non-executive director, Fyag. She has criticized the executive directors for the most recent performance report that was presented to the board report meeting in order to review the blah blah blah. Secondly, she reported criticism that she had given in earlier board meeting that the report does not address the company. Okay, no, business environment not relevant, production department not relevant. Now performance report you can see. It's not here. Then the objective seems to be not met. No reason. Reason only 25 million are spent and 5 million from the electrical bicycles, right? That's the main reason. And exceptional costs are zero. No improvement made to developing the electrical bicycle. That's another reason, right? In my opinion. Then, as you can see, senior production manager has recently been agreed failure to receive part of a bonus for the year. They all seems to be for the bonuses and not for the companies uh, towards the meeting the company's objectives. Right. So let's move on to the answer. Now, just I'm moving to the my worksheet. It's part two now. Okay. What we will say, measuring the achievement of the objectives of PIAG. Right. So the critical measure of whether the report is fit for its purpose is that it shows whether the business is achieving its objectives. PIAG overall objective is to give the shareholders sustainable growth in returns and it intends to do this by How? Uh, Developing the best quality bicycles, bringing the joy of cycling to a broad customer base in B-land. Okay, so overall, the report is in the format of statement of profit or loss. So it contains a number of common financial measures, but these are only loosely connected to stated mission. The following problems are noted about how the report measures the achievement of the objectives. Number one, there is no direct measure of shareholder returns in the report, not even profit after tax, which would allow an earnings calculation. There is no statement of the gains which shareholders would make in income, or you can say dividends paid or capital items. While it is not possible to give capital growth through share price rise as FIAC is unlisted. Shareholder wealth changes could be measured through NPV or economic value added. Growth of the returns would require the change year on year of these indicators and is only partially recognized in existing report. Okay. Number two, the sustainability of the returns are unclear from the report. These require the determinants of future performance to be measured The first two supporting strategies of the overall objective relate to the qualities of FIAC products. The report does not measure these individually. There is an indirect measure of customer attitude to the revenue growth figure, but without competitor comparison or a market share. It is not possible to draw conclusion about the quality of products. There are no separate categories for all new products, although there is a note on revenue from the Zoom. The number of developments projects, their state of completion, and then their market performance all require to be monitored. Okay. And then there is no measure of the customer base, and so the broadening of the customer base cannot be cannot be commented upon. The final aspect would appear to be addressed by the Zoom, which seems attractive to those who may previously have not been willing or able that is suddenly to make the physical effort. That is, that's it. Now, other aspects. Finally, from the perspective of a board report, It should provide information to allow the board to perform its task of planning for the future of FIAG and controlling its existing activities. For example, for planning purposes, the lack of external information about customers and competitors makes some of the numbers difficult to interpret. In terms of presentation, the report is clear and in traditional profit and loss format would be easily understood by most readers. That's it for this part of the question. I hope you get it, and we'll see you with the other part in the next video.